Hello, Gemini. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading focused on the first half of July from the 1st all the way through the 15th. General reading as always, guys. It will not resonate with every single person, so please do take from this what makes sense for you and release the rest. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that information is down below in the description box. And I have some blacked out dates that are coming up towards the latter half of August. I will not be accepting any readings at that time, so my July dates are definitely filling up rather quickly. So if you are interested, I would suggest go ahead and book now so that that'll ensure that you definitely are able to get your reading in. All right, guys, and of course I will include a link to all of the decks that are featured here today, Gemini. What we're going to be focusing on, since I figured, we're in Mercury retrograde, let's go ahead and start things off by taking a look at what's in the shadows when it comes to your connection, what's in the shadows when it comes to your life in general. So we're going to focus on these two decks for the first half of July love and life readings. This first one is called In the Shadows, Oracle Cards by All Things Intuitive, and this is one I've used before. It's called the Twin Flame Shadows deck by Mystic Moon, and of course you don't have to identify with the Twin Flame connection. That is just the name of the card deck. So let me set that one aside. We're going to start off with the In the Shadows deck, and we'll grab a couple from here. We'll grab a couple from the Twin Flame Shadows deck to just start things off, and let's go ahead, Gemini, and take a look at what might be some challenges that you might be dealing with during Mercury retrograde in your love life and just life. Okay, so let's start. I'm guided actually to this one. We are not right for each other. Okay, so that's coming through. We're going to have to take a look, of course, how that plays off of the rest of the messages. Next message. I pretend that I don't care. So these two messages together for me, Gemini, kind of indicate that there might be someone that you're focused on for this reading. They pretend they don't care. They might even have told you we're not right for each other. But what I'm picking up off of this is that that's actually bullshit. That they love you, that they actually care for you, that they're actually into you. They might even see you as a life partner, a soulmate, or even a twin flame. That's just what I'm picking up from that. So, of course, you might have your own interpretation of what those messages imply, but that's what I'm picking up from that. So let's add to this. And that's why it's in the shadows, because they're pretending to not care for you, but in reality, they sure as hell do. And for some of my Geminis, this could certainly be you also, coming forward with these words for your person. All right, so let's see what else is in the shadows for you, Gemini. All right, I don't know why I'm guided to this one right away, but I am. We've got non-action. So when it comes to a connection, or even maybe in your life right now, Gemini, things aren't just not moving the way you're wanting. Let's put it that way. There's not a whole lot of action going on. But that could certainly change because you've got your own free will to be able to create movement. That's just what's in the shadows for now. We have dependent, which could certainly be codependent in energy. Either this is your vibe right now, or you're dealing with somebody who's just overly dependent on you. All right, so let's dig a little bit deeper here when it comes to what's happening. So I'm guided to pull from the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle by Aqua Moonlight. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini for this love and life reading for the first half of July. What do we need to know at this time, please, for Gemini? Heart song. Every time I see this card, it's reminding me of music. And for some reason, I believe it was my second half of June readings where there were just so many references to music. And it's still picking up off of that vibe here for me, Gemini. Heart song, that inner knowing, telepathy, intuition. So you might be communicating telepathically or in the fifth dimension with this individual. You guys are picking up off of each other's vibes, even from a distance, even if there is no action going on right now. We have this longing energy coming up next. Longing, aching, pining, past love, followed by feminine energy. So Gemini, if you are masculine Gemini, there's a particular feminine that you're focused on here, that you're longing for. Might be communicating telepathically. There's that intuitive knowing, that inner knowing between the two of you. And if you are feminine Gemini, then this could certainly be your own vibe coming through, that there's a past love that you are longing for, and you might even hear particular songs that remind you of this person. We have deja vu presenting itself, past life, past love, past life, karmic lessons, repeated patterns. You've connected before with this person, Gemini, in a past life. And it's repeating these patterns of whatever happened in that previous life, because these lessons, these karmic lessons, have not been learned. And until you learn them, or until you both learn them, there will be no action. Okay? Until those lessons have been learned, it kind of creates that stalemate energy. And then we've got boundaries coming up. Drawing the line, and we have a no answer here. It could have been the feminine here, Gemini, that drew the line and said, no, we can't be together. No, we are not right for each other. But again, I'm feeling they didn't mean it. Whoever said that didn't mean it. That's what I'm picking up off of that vibe. I pretend that I don't care, but I really do. We have apprehensive, coming forward, guarded, cautious, afraid. Again, I'm feeling it's my feminines who are coming forward with this apprehensive energy, and it's due to the masculine in this equation. Interesting. I'm guided to pull a few more here. Let's see what else, Gemini. This is quite an intriguing reading thus far. Influences, dark attachments, and third parties. And if these third party situations, Gemini, have been something that's been a part of your life in a previous life, again, it's coming through as a deja vu type vibe, because there's lessons attached to these dark attachments that have not been learned. We have intimacy, closeness, sexuality, seclusion. And because we have that longing energy, either you're missing the intimacy, or this person is, or you both are. You have had a sexual relationship with this person stemming back as far as a previous life, a past life. But if there's a third party that's a part of that mix, that's why we have boundaries here. That is why we have those boundaries here, Gemini. Because boundaries were crossed, and so somebody had to draw the line here. And because we've got feminine energy presenting itself, I do feel it could be the divine feminine who actually drew the line, put a stop to it. That's what I'm picking up from that. All right, well, let's add to this with the Mystic Moon Oracles. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini, for this love and life reading for the first half of July. What else do we need to know here, please? We do have cycles that are presenting itself also, Gemini, so certain cycles might need to phase out, and in order to allow room for new cycles to come in. We also have summer coming through here. So the season of summer could certainly play a role in your connection. And it's interesting. I mean, it depends on where you live throughout the world, but typically the first day of summer is June 21st, which is a part of Gemini season. So something of significance here, Gemini, happened during your own season when it comes to this feminine. We have commitment. Commitment to the feminine. That could have been stifled, though, because of a third-party situation. So now I've got a feminine here who drew the line, who's guarded and apprehensive because of a third-party situation. Pretending not to care, letting the masculine know maybe we are not right for each other, but I really do feel that my feminines do care. The feminines do absolutely have feelings for the masculine. We do have the Muse card here, which is a beautiful card because this is a card of inspiration, making dreams come true, going after what it is that you desire, Gemini, to be able to grab this paintbrush to paint a beautiful picture or outcome or future for yourself. But we do have this stuck energy, and the reason why it's stuck is because of these boundaries. Stuck when it comes to the two of you coming together at this time, Gemini. That's why there's no action, because I'm just feeling here that somebody can't. Somebody can't take action because a line was crossed and a boundary is up. I'm picking up off of masculine energy from this fear card, and it's falling right below third parties, influences, dark attachments, and it's right next to union. So it could be my masculines who are definitely wanting union but afraid to make it happen because there's a wedge here. Something's contributing to and influencing this connection. And if it's not infidelity, if it's not a third party by way of cheating, then it can reflect something else going on that's driving a wedge between the two of you, Gemini, that's preventing a connection from happening. And in your life, you might also be feeling stuck as well. And if there are life lessons that need to be learned here, which is different for every Gemini tuning in, that's what's keeping you stuck. But you've got that Muse card right next to it, letting you know that you have it within yourself to get unstuck. But, you know, it makes sense that for now, there is a crossroads here because of that stuck energy. Unable to create any sort of movement with this non-action. And the thing is, Gemini, what I'm feeling here is you know exactly what it is that you want. You know exactly who it is that you want. But because of your fears, because of third-party situations, because of this stuck energy, and any other obstacles that are standing in the way in your life and in your love life, that's what's keeping you stuck and keeping you at this crossroads in your life and in your love life. It's all tied in together. Okay, so let's add to this. This is the Pining Rose Tarot, which I absolutely love, by my friend Amy of Calico Moon. So let's add to this, Gemini, and let's take a look and see what else needs to come through here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini in love and life, first half of July. Whoops, we've got a flying card here. We've got the Nine of Swords. Okay, this is anxiety, insomnia, nightmares and fears. This is a part of your own energy, Gemini. You are an air sign. Swords is air. So you might actually be losing sleep over what's going on here. And it's another card tapped into fear, you see? And in both of these card decks, two different card decks, they're both tied into fear. Two masculine energies represented in the photos. So I really do feel here that it is my masculines who are afraid to create some sort of movement towards union. So you might be dealing with a feminine here who's already in another relationship or who's already committed to someone else. And so my masculines are afraid to reach out, possibly feeling that it's a waste of time, that you're just going to be hitting these boundaries and that you're not going to get anywhere. We have the Five of Pentacles. So Gemini, you might be focused on an earth sign here, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. This is also tapped into financial hardships, poverty, loss, and that lack mindset. That Five of Pentacles, it taps into our insecurities, our worries about our money matters. But it goes way beyond that. It's just that feeling that you've been left out in the cold, or that's how this person feels. It could be an earth sign too, Gemini, who left you out in the cold. And you're losing sleep over this. It's making you very anxious and fearful, and you're more than likely having some nightmares over this. You might be depressed also at this time, feeling quite hopeless that this is ever going to work out. We do have the Eight of Wands right after that, which is fire energy. So my fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, this particular card, it does indicate fast movement, back and forth communication, rapid change. So I do feel, even though for now there's no action, there's this desire to communicate between the two of you. There's this desire still to be able to create movement, to remove these boundaries, to get rid of this non-action and create some sort of movement, whether that movement is to just bring about closure in the connection. Because I feel for some of you there was no closure. And I do love the Nine of Pentacles coming through here. Again, we've got earth energy. This is self-sufficiency, financial independence, and abundance, which is so different from the Five of Pentacles. So I feel, Gemini, if either of you have been struggling financially, things will ultimately improve and get better. Abundance is coming in here. And this Nine of Pentacles for me in love and romance is somebody who could have all the money in the world, all of the material possessions that they could ever want, but it means nothing without love. There's something missing here, either for yourself, for your person, or for both of you. What's contributing to this stuck energy, of course, are the boundaries, but we've got the Eight of Swords falling right below it too. And this Eight of Swords, again, Gemini, it's a part of your own vibe. This is self-imposed restrictions, imprisonment, victim mentality, and certainly you could resonate with that if that's how you're feeling as a result of this separation from your person. You know, what I'm feeling here for some of you, especially my masculines, you have to stay away from your feminine, because some of my feminines here I really do feel are already in a committed partnership here. So you can't. There's this, you can't approach the feminine because of a third party situation that you would be creating. So yeah, it is self-imposed restriction. It's like you're putting yourself into this imprisonment because you cannot you can't approach. You can't approach this feminine right now. But I also am feeling from this feminine energy that there is this longing and pining and aching vibe directed towards you, Gemini. Whoever it is that you're thinking about for this reading, they're still attached to you energetically. It doesn't matter that there's a third party situation here. I'm not surprised that there was a Tower moment here, Gemini. This is divine intervention, an upheaval, sudden change, chaos, revelation. I do feel when you guys went into separation, it could have come in really fast. Completely unexpected. You know, it's like that moment, like a bomb was dropped on this connection. And it affected everything. The connection, the relationship, your life, both of your lives were affected by this change and this chaotic interruption and disruption of this union. But what I do love, Gemini, about the Tower is that it really levels things out. It gets rid of the old and it makes way for the new. It's like a new foundation is being offered to you by way of a blessing in disguise. To be able to learn from what caused this to begin with. And there we go with this deja vu energy, those karmic lessons that go way back from a past life, repeating patterns still because lessons have not been completed. We've got the Fool's energy coming through, Gemini. And those of you who resonate with this fear and this Nine of Swords, the anxiety, losing sleep over this fear, the Fool is here to let you know that you can have a new beginning. And sometimes you just have to take that leap of faith. You might still end up landing on your ass, but you know, it's one of those situations where you're never going to know unless you take some sort of action and take that leap of faith. If this is something that you believe in, sometimes you just got to follow your heart and see where it lands. And for some of my Geminis, this Fool energy is coming through with that free spirit. And I feel for some of you, this is how you just naturally are. That's what I'm picking up from that. But it is a new beginning that's being offered here. Positive life changes. We have the Four of Pentacles. So we've got quite a few pentacles presenting itself here, Gemini. So I'm really feeling here for some of you, there's an earth sign that has made an impact on your life. And you're not with this person, but they will forever be a part of your heart space, I feel. This Four of Pentacles is saving money, conservative, and greed. What I'm feeling here is, if you resonate with this, of course, some of you know what it's like to struggle and have those financial hardships, and then things ended up getting better and you ended up being financially independent. But you know, life has its ups and downs, and the future sometimes can be a little bit unpredictable. So when it comes to money matters, especially Gemini, some of you guys could just be very greedy with your money. And that's not necessarily a negative. It just means that you're wanting to ensure that the future is stable for you financially. So you're just being very conservative with how you are with your finances. When it comes to love and romance, the Four of Pentacles can represent somebody who's too possessive or too clingy, depending on who that is. Or you were both being just very clingy with each other, and here comes this Tower moment, that brought you guys into separation. But there's this vibe that I'm picking up here that there's a part of you, there's a part of them, Gemini, that you guys are still clinging onto, that one last ray of hope that this can still work itself out. And here we are. Ace of Cups followed by the Ace of Swords. Last card, the Sun. Amazing. The Ace of Cups, new love or relationship, self-love and compassion. And I feel that that's so important here, Gemini, for you to be able to have love for yourself first. And I've said this so many times in my readings. You got to be able to fill that cup of love for yourself first in order to find that love that you're looking for beyond yourself. And I do love how the Ace of Swords is coming through here with your own energy, Gemini. This is a breakthrough. This is mental clarity, new ideas, and cutting things out of your life that no longer serve a purpose. And what you might want to cut out are the third-party involvements, your fears, your anxiety, any negative vibes or baggage that you might still be holding onto. Two aces right next to each other. New beginnings, which is very complementary to the Fool's energy, starting over. And then you've got the Sun right next to it, which is the ultimate happiness, illumination, success, and positive vibes attached to that. My favorite card in tarot. So the future looks pretty promising here, Gemini, despite where you guys are at right now, even though there's no action, even though you both might actually be pretending that you don't care. I think there's a whole lot more love and emotions going on beneath the surface for the two of you. The Sun can also result in unions, which we have here, and even a potential commitment by way of marriage, which we have here. So I say that I wouldn't completely write off the fact that you guys can still make this work. I mean, yes, there are obstacles in the way. There are boundaries that have been set. You guys are stuck for now. There's no action. But two people having free will and wanting to create movement towards union, anything is possible here, guys. You guys can get unstuck if that's what you both want. If someone is committed elsewhere, but they're no longer invested in that partnership, they have their own free will to detach from that partnership so that they can be free to be with you, Gemini. And if you're the one that's attached, you as well can free yourself from a relationship that really you're no longer invested in. You know, life is too short to be putting yourself in situations where just you're not happy. But I'm also feeling for some of you, because remember we ended up getting this dependent card. I do feel for those of you who might be in a committed partnership where you're just not satisfied, but you're still in this partnership, your person might be financially dependent on you, but you might be coming through with this greedy energy when it comes to money matters. That's for some of you. That's not going to apply to everybody. I'm just picking up off of that. Okay, so let's add to this with some romance, angels. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini, first half of July. Angels and spirit guides, please. We have let your friends help you. You know, why the heck not, right? Ask for and accept support from others. You don't have to go through this journey by yourself. If you're dealing with some difficult situations, you can ask for help. Some of you have children, either together or from previous relationships. And because you guys are not together at this time, children that are a part of this mix are affected by this as well. We've got flirt, which could be picking up off of your own energy here. Gemini, extend your light-hearted energy to others. And when it comes to you and your person, definitely very flirtatious exchange of affection and interaction between the two of you. We have a soulmate card coming through here. Yes, This is your soulmate clarification of the connection. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Last one, you deserve love. This is my Cupid's arrow card. You are lovable. And Cupid's arrow just might strike you, Gemini, or you're ready to strike towards your person to give this love a second try, another chance. Okay, so let's add to this. I'm going to grab from the Lover's Oracle deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. What else do we need to know, please? For this love and life reading, first half of July. What else do we need to know for Gemini, please? We do have friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. What I'm feeling from that is those of you, of course, who resonate with this, you're not with your person right now. Sometimes we got to go back to basics and start in the beginning when you guys just connected as friends. If you can build a solid foundation of friendship, moving forward, turning it into something more than friendship, then you guys will be able to possibly build a life together long term and actually be in a relationship that can stand the test of time. Let's see what else. Whoa. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. I swear this card knows when it's time to come out, because oftentimes when it comes out, I do have a tower moment. Here's your turmoil right here, Gemini, but it's also a blessing in disguise. So through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. I believe it. Let's grab one more. One more for Gemini, please. Angels and spirit guides. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, Gemini, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Is that not the truth? So the angels are wanting you to definitely pay attention to what's in your heart. And every person tuning in, we all have different things that are represented in our heart and what it is that we want in love and in life. So it's time to do a little bit of soul searching to figure out exactly what that is. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some dialogue here. I wanted to pull some messages from my self-created deck. This is the HeartSpace Oracle. So take whichever one of these messages resonates with you most, Gemini, when it comes to you and your connection. Let's grab some insight here. So we'll grab a few from here. Angels and spirit guides for Gemini. Let's grab this bottom of the deck. All right. We've got your mine coming through. Oh boy. Okay. Your mine. Okay, so your person coming through here, Gemini, letting you know they still want you. They don't want anyone else. They want you to be theirs. And maybe you feel the same way, you know, that they're yours. However way you interpret that, you're mine. Kiss me. You know, perhaps the two of you just enjoyed kissing each other, those intimate moments. You miss their kisses, they miss yours. Speaking of missing each other, you really miss each other. You know, it's like, fuck, I miss you. Let's do something about this. Next message. I just want you to take me in your arms and hold me for an eternity. This is somebody, Gemini, that perhaps just loved your hugs, loved your kisses, loved being with you. They see forever with you. They want to be able to have eternity with you. Last one. I'm giving you my heart. Please don't break it. So this is somebody who's coming through very vulnerable. And Gemini, you could certainly be saying this to your person too. That's what's coming forward, guys. You miss each other. Those intimate moments are still reflected here. They want to be with you. You want to be with them. That's what we've got. All right. So let's close this out, Gemini. We're going to pull from my Soul Sisters deck. It's called the Divine Love Affirmations deck, Self-Love and Relationships by Angelic Revelation 144. So we'll grab a few from here, Gemini. And as always, you know, one card tends to always jump out at a person. It's like, that's the one for me. That's my message right there. So whichever message you are most relating to is your message. I respect my divine partner's boundaries. Oh my God. I exercise my right to set healthy boundaries. It's so important, Gemini, that that happens. There is a reason why that's coming through together. That's no mistake. Because boundaries needed to be set. And maybe part of the trouble here, part of the problem, was that there was no respect before. And that's why these boundaries needed to be drawn. That just gave me goosebumps. Next message. I am curious to get to know my divine partner on a deeper level, to understand them and learn more about their life, their values, beliefs, and desires. Another beautiful message. This is not a done deal here between the two of you, I feel, Gemini. You are both still drawn to one another. And I just feel here, part of the healing that needs to happen is this second time around, you're just going to do what needs to be done and get rid of any obstacles that were standing in the way. You know, you've been through this before. You've experienced this before, which is why we've got that deja vu energy right there. And this is a pattern that I don't think you're going to want to keep repeating. Lessons need to be learned so that you can move on and allow this cycle to come to an end once and for all, to have that new beginning and just create something new, something beautiful with your person. Wow, let's grab a couple more here. This is such a beautiful deck. Okay. I don't keep secrets from my divine partner. I choose to be an open book, which is great, you know. In a lasting, loving, open relationship, you know, you have to be honest with each other. No secrets, no lies, no deception, no third parties. You know, that open book. And if you can both come towards each other in that way, then, you know, this is half the battle of just ensuring that it's a successful union, a successful relationship. Just really getting to know each other openly and honestly. I think I mentioned open relationship. That's not what I meant. An open book. We're not talking open relationships here, guys. That's just going to open up a whole nother can of worms with more third parties. We don't want that. Wrong choice of words. All right, last one. I practice forgiveness of my divine partner on a daily basis. I believe in the pureness of their heart and soul. The divine sees all, so I need not worry or judge. I trust that any wrongs will be made right and hope that my partner can always see the light in me. And I really do feel here, Gemini, that you both see the light in each other. And I also believe that based off of what's happened here, it's not easy to go through a tower moment. And so, yes, I do feel that there is healing and there is forgiveness that needs to happen to let go of the past, whatever painful experience you guys have experienced there. And this is what's going to help you both move on together, I feel. Love that. And I just noticed the bottom of the deck. Look at this beautiful energy from this particular card. I invite harmony into my life, into my connection, and allow a harmonious, sacred union with my divine partner. Commitment. a solid commitment this time around. That's what I'm picking up from that. Beautiful, Gemini. So that's where I'm going to end this one, guys. I do hope whatever part of this made sense for you, that it helped you in your situation. And again, if you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that info is down below in the description box. Thank you guys so very much, and I will see you next time. Take care.